Hello and welcome back to episode 26 of Tape to the Skies, St Albans FC. We're back for a new season in the National League. We've got new signings and we've also actually made some money on transfers. So we're going to cover the players that we've bought in first of all, starting off with Farend Rawson, who's come in on a free transfer from Mansfield Town. He's come in as a centre-back. He's our fourth best centre-back with some of the other signings that we've made, but he's definitely going to be able to contribute. He's only costing us £500 per week, and I think he's 6'4". He can definitely make a big difference at the back for us. His stats look very well rounded for the position. Next up we have on loan Seb Quirk, who's come in. He's going to be a bit of a rotation option at right back and right midfield. He is potentially our best right winger, but also does a great job at fullback as well. If we have a look on the coach report, for fullback he's as good as Harper, if not a bit better. For mid-right, he's as good as Ballantyne. So another good, strong signing there. And he's only on loan. So we're only paying him £180 per month for the duration of the loan, which is just his wages. Next up we have Wesley Connings. So he's come in on a free transfer from Leeds, attacking midfielder. He is only 2.5 star current ability, 5-star potential. However, when you look at the stats, I think as an advanced playmaker in that number 10 role, I think he'll be a fantastic addition to the squad there. However, following signing him, we did find somebody who might just be better suited. And that is Ronaldo Torres, an Albanian player. He can play on the left or through the middle. I think most of the time he's probably going to be through the middle for us, but it's nice to have the option that he can play on the wing as well. He does look a fantastic player if we put him on to the advanced playmaker. Great attributes for this level. Flair could probably do with a little bit of work, but other than that, he can play a few different roles and he looks fairly comfortable in all of them. Next up we've got Sam Smart, another right wing option, who can also play in the middle, so we could potentially use him as a centre mid or attacking midfielder, particularly in things like cup games, but mostly he's going to be an option on the wing. His crossing isn't great, we're going to get him working on that, and he's probably not going to be starting very often, but he's a bit more than I would have liked to have spent on him. I expect him to be a bit better, but he has got the potential to improve. But 6'3" winger could be handy. Then we've got another addition at centre-back in Cole Pekewawa. That's his name and I'm sticking to it. I'll pronounce it differently in every episode, I'm sure. 6'4". Again, he's going to be another option at the back. Lots of good attributes, his tackling's good, his marking's probably one of the best in the squad actually. And 6'4", he's going to be dangerous in the box when we're attacking, and also very good defensively from set pieces as well. Our final signing so far this summer is Josh Smith, coming in on a free transfer from Sheffield United. Already 3.5 star ability as a Mazzala. He's already above everyone else in the pecking order. Potential to get even better. You just look at his stats, you know he's good. If you put him onto attack, the only thing that's really poor is his finishing, which we can work on, and composure is not quite there either. But that'll come with working on his finishing. Moving on to the sales. We have just got Jake Flanagan that's gone out since these other four are all from throughout the season. Jake Flanagan leaves us after just 1 year. He came in for £8,000. We've got 7,500 of that back. He was never really as good as I initially thought he was going to be, so we've let him make his way to Chorley. But what we're back to do today, of course, is start the new season. We start against Ebbsfleet United for the second season in a row. And last year we lost 3-1 to them on the opening day. And then lost 1-0 to them later in the season. We're at home again on the opening day to them. And hopefully today we can get a better result against them. We are just going to do the one game today. But then we'll be back during the season to see how we're getting on. I think this year my club target is fight bravely against relegation. I'm thinking really we should be challenging for the playoffs. If we can get one of the spots in that top 7, that would be fantastic. Season preview wise, we are predicted 21st, but we had similar predictions last year and proved them to be wrong. The promoted teams, we've got Aldershot, York, FC United and Wealdstone. So some good teams coming up from the north and south. Relegated was Tranmere and Bromley. So Bromley not expected to bounce back at all, really. Tranmere expected to have a good go at it. I think we can be in and around the playoffs, and then hopefully next year would be where we'd be looking to actually get the promotion. But we'll see how that plays out. So hopefully we can get off to a strong start to the season. Just before we do, if you are enjoying the series, please do hit like down below. Comment as well anything that you're enjoying this in the series. Subscribe if you are enjoying the content on the channel. Don't forget to check out my other series, Unknown to World Known. That will be linked in the description below, as well as at the far side of the end of the video. Let's get into the game against Ebbsfleet. And the lineup for the first game against Ebbsfleet here, we've gone with Parks in goal, a back four of Quirk, Adebowale, Rawson and Longello. Ballantyne is the holding midfielder. Napa on the right with Smith in the middle. Torrage is in the number 10. Matthews out on the left. And then we've got Rush up front as the lone striker. In terms of Ebbsfleet, I think this is a year where we can get a result against them. Obviously, they were one of the teams that came up with us, that went up ahead of us in the first season, I should say. In terms of a man to watch, I would probably say Ricard, the right winger. He's a very good winger. His crossing, one of the best in the league from the looks of the stats. If you look at him last year, not great, but the year before that, 15 assists. So he is definitely a danger man, and maybe he will develop this season. He's had a couple of years to settle in. Maybe this is the year where he really pushes on once again and gets back into that form from the first season. That's something that I am going to try and do throughout the season and throughout the rest of the series. Just try and point out a danger man from the other team. I'm going to try and introduce it across the channel. I think it gives a bit of extra depth. I did start doing it early. Oh, that's a poor start. We're 1-0 down very early on. We're going to demand more because we've conceded a free kick 4 minutes into the game. And Parks stepped the wrong way. And you have to question why he stepped that way anyway. But moving on. If you were here early on in the channel's life, I did start to do the name a danger man from the opposition on Unknown to World Known, and just got out of the habit of doing it. I'm going to try and get that habit back. The idea came from one of my friends, so hopefully we can get that going again, because it did add a bit of extra depth to the series. Torrage here unable to do anything at the start of the game. Ballantyne closing them down, and then the ball over the top. Adebowale deals with it well, heads to Torrage, who plays it through for Rush, who hits it straight at the keeper. That's something I did forget to mention. Rush has joined us permanently. Napa crosses the ball in Rawson doesn't quite win the header, but Ballantyne crosses it back in. Adebayo can't get to it, and it is cleared away. So Rush is now a permanent St Albans player, as Adebayo gets tackled by Bingham, and it's played back to Bingham, and shot goes into the side netting. Let's fire them up. Parks plays it short to Adebayo, who then plays it out to Taraj. He's going to take it into the space he's got, but then pass has gone behind Smith and given to Rickard, who plays it across to Hackett Fairchild. Cross comes in and Bingham makes it 2-0, and that's all come from a little, I wouldn't say mistake, but misplaced pass. Or even you could say Smith was the problem and he missed the ball as it was passed to him. But a poor start here as Bingham gets a goal now to make it 2-1, and we have got a little bit of a comeback on the cards if we want to get points on the first day of the season and finally get something out of Ebbsfleet. Matthews plays it to Ballantyne, who tries to play it forward. Rawson wins the header, but it's straight to Bandera, ball in behind towards Bingham, and that is poor from Rawson. He had yards on Bingham, and Bingham has just done him for pace and made it 3-0 now. You look at the space, I mean, yeah, he's got to do better than that, Rawson there. And this has been a horrendous start to the season. When you look at the stats, we're about even, but they are well and truly taking their chances while we fail to do so. Ball forward finds Rush. He plays it to Smith, who goes back towards Matthews, falls back to Smith, who finds Matthews again. He drills it in and Rush gets a shot off, but it hits the defender. And Longello's got a throw in to take here. Sends it to Matthews, who's tackled by Moore, and it's cleared away to Bingham. Rawson has made a rash mistake there. Bingham's now through again, and the shot goes into the side net in this time. But at this point, we are well and truly looking like we're just being battered. We're going to throw the water bowl. Furious with your defensive work. We're going to bring Rawson off at half-time for Cole. I'm going to call him Cole. That's going to be much easier to say. And it's a horrendous first half where just their finishing has been so much better. Ball thrown into Napa. He goes back to Torrage, back to Quirk, who crosses it in, and Matthews is in there but doesn't win the header. Torrage heads down to Napa, who goes backwards to Ballantyne, back to Cole. He goes over the top, Rush is in behind, and Rush has got one back for us. 10 minutes into the second half. I don't know what happened to my voice there. It's not going to be easy, but we're back in with a shout. A great ball from Cole. Rush times his run perfectly and hits it past Dixon. And we are in with a shout now. We're going to make another change, which is going to bring in Coley on the left-hand side. And let's fire them up again. It's a throw-in for Ebbsfleet. Okadina sends the cross in, and Fairchild heads over the bar. And we've got 20 minutes to try and get back into this game. It's not looking great for us though. What I think we're going to do is Samuels is going to come on for Quirk. Ballantyne's going to drop into right back, which you can't really do. In that case, Ballantyne can come off for Samuels, who will just then go up front. And we'll just do that. And Taraj can go into a shadow striker. And we might as well just see if we can get back into this through brute force, really. Just send men forward and see if that does get us back into it. We've got a free kick here with Samuels, not far outside the box, probably a good crossing opportunity. Samuels actually goes for goal and it hits the post, and I think it almost bounced between the keeper and the post. Coley plays short to Samuels, back to Coley. He crosses it in. Napa gets it on the volley and hits it over the bar. And it's been a late push, but not a great first performance for us. We do lose 3-1, unfortunately. And I'm going to say I'm not happy with the result, because I'm not. We're going to tell Zeb that I'm not happy with his performance. Toraj that I'm not happy with his performance. Not the ideal start to your second season in the National League, as we lose 3-1 in disappointing fashion. Let's go and have a look at where we're going to come back for the next episode. So I think what we'll do is we'll come back for these two games here against Solihull Moors and Chesterfield. I don't particularly know why I'm picking them. I'm just picking them. Chesterfield predicted second. Solihull Moors, I'm picking them because they're relatively local to me in real life, and I have a friend who used to play for them, so why not? And it gives us a bit of a run, so we can pop back there and then come back for the FA Cup qualifying. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like, comment down below what you think is going to happen this season, your predictions for where we're going to finish. Let me know what you think is going to happen with our cup runs. Of course, last season we got to the second round. Can we go one step further and get to the third round? We'll need a little bit of luck at the drawers there as well. And subscribe if you are enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.